Pioneers are explorers. Pioneers are innovators. Pioneers are leaders. We are Marietta College. We are pioneers. Find out how you can become a PIO at www.marietta.edu.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, Donald Trump lawyers involved with the Supreme Court.
The Flint water scandal.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Wednesday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Evie Gravlin.
And I'm Declan Garrett.
Topping our news this afternoon, the lawyers for former President Donald Trump have asked the U.S. Supreme Court to step in concerning the classified documents that FBI had previously seized from Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The legal team asked the court on Tuesday to permit an independent arbiter and overturn a lower court ruling. The legal team asks an arbiter or review the roughly 100 documents that were taken during the search on August 8th.
Charges have been dropped against 7 people involved in the Flint water scandal. Included in the 7 are 2 former state health officials that had been blamed for deaths from Legionnaire's disease. Judge Elizabeth Kelly dropped the charges Tuesday, 3 months after the Michigan Supreme Court said that a 1-judge grand jury had no authority to issue indictments. In 2014, Flint managers began using the untreated Flint River water to save money, resulting in corrosion of old pipes and lead contamination.
Hey, I wonder what the weather looks like today.
Here to provide a first look at our current conditions.
Thank you very much, Declan. Well, our first week of October has been a rather odd one in terms of weather. It's been feeling pretty warm this weekend. It feels relatively cool right now with an average temperature of about 54, though it'll be expected to get up to about 70, which is the warmest day of the week this week. We have a UV level at 4, the very moderate, fair air quality, a relatively low moderate pollen count, although it's high enough for some people to have their allergies be affected. I myself have got a bit of a headache right now. The winds will be running around west-northwest at 3 miles per hour, and so it's going to be affecting us very little today in the Mid Ohio Valley, as well as a humidity level of roughly 62%. So we've not been dealing with very much precipitation this week. We have, however, been dealing with relatively warm temperatures, much more abnormally warm for the month of autumn, but we'll see how much longer that will affect us as we get into the weekend. I'll talk more about that later on in the program when we get to the 5-day forecast. But until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Loretta Lynn, the pillar of country music, has died at the age of 90. Lynn's family confirmed that the coal miner's daughter died on Tuesday in her sleep at her home in Hurricane Hills, Tennessee. Lynn music brought her out of poverty after she began her career in the 1960s. She was the first ever woman named Entertainer of the Year in her genre. Lynn was elected in the Country Music Hall of Fame in the year 1988, won 4 Grammys, was inducted in the Songwriters Hall of Fame in year 2008, was honored at the Kennedy Center Honors in 2003, and and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2013. Coming up next, Jones, the Inford's host, was set to have a trial next week.
Judge Joshua Roberts enforcing a recent ban on firearms.
Stay with us.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
In order to stop violence at an Indonesian soccer match, police set off tear gas, which created a horde of people panicking and in desperate need for exits. This resulted in 125 people dead from being suffocated or trampled on.
On Tuesday, North Korea fired a ballistic missile over Japan for the first time in 5 years, which made Japan issue evacuation notices and suspend trains that's capable of making it to the U.S. during the flight of the missile.
Trading in shares of Twitter were halted after the stock spiked on reports that Elon Musk would proceed with his $44 billion deal to buy the company after months of legal battles. The news, based on anonymous sources, was first reported by Bloomberg News. Musk offered to buy the San Francisco company at $54.20. Shares jumped nearly 13% to $47.95 before trading stopped, according to the report. Musk sent a letter to Twitter offering to complete the deal, which already has shareholder approval. At the original price, the trial seeking to compel Musk to buy Twitter is to start later this month.
Judge Joshua Roberts blocked the city of Philadelphia on Monday from enforcing a recent ban on firearms in recreation facilities after a gun rights lobbying group argued state law can put restrictions on guns, not local jurisdiction. This decision was based off the Uniform Firearms Act, which doesn't allow local governments from regulating possession of a firearm.
Coming up, Happy Meals for adults.
We'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
And while we've been experiencing an abnormally warm week for October, we'll be experiencing a much cooler weekend. Stay tuned when I return for the 5-day forecast.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Marietta, a place some people call home.
A place of athletes.
A place of discovery.
A place for the future.
Your plan.
Your future.
Go Pios.
Being a kid, we all wanted Happy Meals from McDonald's, but now it is official. October 3rd through the 31st, adults' Happy Meals have been brought to McDonald's after they partnered with a brand named Cactus Plant Flea Market. You can either get a Big Mac with fries or 10-piece nugget with the fries, and what makes this even better is you get a toy.
With Halloween just around the corner and home buyers buying houses at killer prices, an Illinois family decided to add a little twist to their sale on Zillow. Danielle and Owen Sullivan put their home on the market, adding a special fictional guest, Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise. He is seen sitting on toilets, washing his hands in the sink, taking a shower, among various other things.
The biggest dog hunt in Hollywood history was launched by Paris Hilton and her beloved Chihuahua, Diamond Baby, on September 14th. As of last night, this search has come to an end when experts believe the pooch was snatched up by hungry coyotes. A sneak peek at the Black Panther sequel and a first look at Will Smith's first movie release since the slapping incident with Chris Rock are in today's Hollywood Minute. Rick Deminella reports.
And now we have the Hollywood Minute.
Well, let's see. Today, Disney and Marvel Studios are showing MCU fans even more of the upcoming film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The movie's second trailer doesn't specify who is now going to be wearing the Black Panther outfit and carrying on the mantle, but whomever it may be, the superpowered sequel will be arriving in movie theaters on November 11th. Here's your first look at Will Smith's new project, Emancipation. This is Will Smith's first movie to reach audiences since the incident earlier this year at the Oscar ceremony. Directed and executive produced by Antoine Fuqua and based on a true story, the movie stars Smith as a runaway slave who's trying to escape from plantation owners. Emancipation debuts in theaters on December 2nd, followed by a streaming release on Apple TV Plus on December 9th. That's all in Hollywood. I'm Landon Santini. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Landon. Now we'll head to Isabel for a look at our extended forecast.
How does it look out there?
Well, it looks like I have multiple names today, but in terms of the weather, we've got very clear conditions in the Mid-Ohio Valley. There's across the country, we've got lots of bouts of precipitation among the northwest and east of us, but it looks like we're not going to be affected terribly much by it. The closest rainstorm to us is heading west-northwest up through the state of Pennsylvania, so it's just going to miss us, and it's going to become Canada's problem very shortly. And yeah, we have a very clear day, and that's a big part of that is because it's a very warm day today in the Mid-Ohio Valley. We've had warm temperatures throughout a good chunk of the week. It's the warmest day of the week, and that will continue for at least one more day going on into Thursday with an expected high of 70 and partly sunny conditions. But as we start getting closer and closer towards the weekend, the temperatures will start dissipating and getting colder with an expected high of 56, more partly sunny conditions, continuing on a little bit cooler into Saturday with a high of 74. Before steadily starting to climb again just ever so slightly for churchgoers on Sunday with an expected high of 70. And then as we continue on into the beginning of the next work week, the temperatures will get up a little bit warmer with mostly clear conditions and an expected high of 62. It remains to be seen whether or not this means we're going to be getting another week of abnormally warm autumn temperatures, but well, just enjoy today and tomorrow. So that's a last bit of summer-esque weather. And then by the time we start climbing to the weekend on Friday, that's definitely a good time to get your sweaters out and start preparing for more consistently cooler times to come in the upcoming weeks. We'll talk a little bit more about what we can do later on in the program. But until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Landon. When we'll come back, you join Isabel will join us for the world of sports.
See you in a few.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run. This is one tricky obstacle course. He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him. Oh, the fridge. Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle. Now he's just got to get out of there. Look what dropped from the sky. Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Marietta College, home of the pioneers. A small town on the Ohio River with a tight-knit community and tons of opportunity. Find a home here at Marietta College. Bring forth a pioneer.
What are we gonna do? Ta-da! All right. Come on, every pony. Woo!
Liza, I just love how ponies are better together.
Me too. You know, same thing with Girl Scouts, Kamiko. Every day they make each other shine a little brighter.
And they make the world around them a better place. So join Girl Scouts.
And be a part of the friendship and magic.
And now we're back with Isabel for a look at sports.
What's been happening in the world of sports?
I can give you the rundown now. Aaron Judge has hit his 62-second home run of the season to break Roger Maris's American League record. Judge hit a 1-1 slider from Texas right-hander Jesus Tinoco into the first of seats in left field when leading off the second game of the New York's Day. Night doubleheader on Tuesday, the 30-year-old Judge has home run only once in his past 13 games. That was when he hit number 61 in Toronto last Wednesday to match Maris. While Maris's 61 for the Yankees in 1961 had been exceeded 6 times previously, all were tainted by the stench of steroids. That includes Barry Bonds' 73 for the San Francisco Giants in 2001, though he has denied knowingly using performing-enhancing drugs. Dallas baseball fan Corey Eumans made the catch of the lifetime, snagging the ball that the New York Yankees slugger on Aaron Judge hit for his American League record 62-second home run. Eumans caught the prized souvenir of the fly Tuesday night at the Globe Life Field, home of the Texas Rangers. Eumans works in the financial world, said he hasn't decided what he'll do with the ball. Eumans was at the second game of a doubleheader between the Yankees and Rangers when Judge led off with a home run. Marcus Smith II is among several former and active NFL players who are hoping to break the stigma around mental health. In 2018, Smith says he considered driving his car off a hill because of the pressures of the game were getting to him. Since then, he is dedicated to making sure other players don't reach the breaking point he was at. The league and the NFL Players Association are offering resources for teams too. The sports of modern pentathlon hopes to stay off Olympic removal by possible adding American Ninja Warrior style obstacle courses. The show jumping component of the 5-event competition has become an issue after a German coach was filmed hitting an uncooperative horse during the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. As it stands now, the modern pentathlon in its current form will be off the program after the 2024 Paris Games. To get back on, the organization is testing out obstacle course racing to replace shoe jumping, which remains ring swings and rope maces could take center stage for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. It could be the scene that saves the sport facing a major crossroads. For now, that's all I have in the world of sports. I'm Isabel. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Isabel. Joining us at the desk is Landon for our last look at the weather.
Well, to sum it up, we've been experiencing relatively warm temperatures for this week, with temperatures getting up to at most 70, 71. Today is reported, and tomorrow are going to be the warmest days of the week. But as we get into the weekend, it's going to cool off down into more consistent autumn temperatures in the mid-50s before steadily climbing back up to the early 60s as we start the next work week on Monday. So we've experienced a bit of taste of summer in October throughout this week. And like I said before, it remains to be seen whether or not that pattern will be continuing into next week. But well, for now, you guys been enjoying the warm weather we've been having lately?
Yes, of course.
Sure have.
Oh, fantastic. Anything you're going to be doing this weekend as we get closer to actual fall temperatures? All right. Well, I think that's a good thing. Let's wrap this up.
All right, thank you for joining us for our Wednesday edition of WCMO TV, Channel 15 at 12:30 and 6:30. From all of us here at the station, we wish you a great rest of your week.